What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video on this amazing day of this amazing week. If it's your first time joining us, do make yourself at home by subscribing and turning on your post notifications. And if you're a regular, thank you for the support and thank you for staying with us. So today we're going to be doing a video that's a little bit different to the usual ones. Today's video is going to be a video on scheduling, because I think if you've seen in most of my other videos, I'm always talking about scheduling, talking about time management, and talking about all those kind of things. And the reason for that is that scheduling has made such a difference in the way I do my academics, the way I just spend my life, the whole varsity experience in general. Because there was a massive difference in the time I had to socialize, the time I had for school, my performance, before I was scheduling and after I was scheduling. You see, the thing about scheduling is that when you schedule, you not only make sure that you're spending enough time on your schoolwork and on the things that you're trying to do, but you're also saving time and showing yourself that you have enough time to do other things that aren't just schoolwork. Because I noticed that before I was scheduling, right, I would sit and study for like 6 hours on certain things, but actually get nothing done because I'm overworking myself. While I could have just scheduled that and just shifted it all down to 2 hours and then still had time to socialize with people every now and then. So guys, I think this is a problem that a lot of you face. Like, a lot of people in general face this problem where you overwork yourself and feel like you don't have time to do other things, while in actual fact you probably do. So I feel like this is the perfect time for me to bring out this video on scheduling, because for us, I know everybody at the University of Pretoria, we're all on our recess for the first quarter. So if the first quarter didn't go too well for you, this is a chance for you to turn things around. So yeah, just follow this video with me, try and make your own schedule and see how it helps you, because I really did notice that schedules help. Okay guys, so when I schedule, I use the Google Calendar app, because I used to use Microsoft Excel, but the thing is with Excel is that when you make your whole timetable and schedule thing on Excel, you kind of have to go to your computer and open Excel every single time that you want to look at your schedule, you see. But with the Google Calendar app, it kind of syncs everything for you on the cloud. So this schedule is going to work for everybody, no matter what you're studying, even if you're not studying, if it's just for your daily life or anything, this is going to work. It's really just showing you how to use a schedule using Google Calendars. And then, yeah, so I'm just going to show you guys how to do that, and then let's get into it. Okay guys, so like I said, we're going to be using Google Calendar for our schedule, because it's extremely helpful. It covers everything. You can color code, you can sync things, you can put it on multiple devices and everything. So we're going to be using Google Calendar. So to get to Google Calendar, you first have to open your web browser. So you just open Google Chrome, and then you go on these little 9 dots here next to your profile. Ignore the picture, and then you click on those little 9 dots, go down until you find this little square with the 31 in it. That's your Google Calendar. Click on Google Calendar, and then it loads, and then it opens. And then if you haven't put anything on your calendar before, it'll open this blank space. You see, like this little blank table. So mine automatically opened to a 1 week calendar, because that's the default, and I actually prefer 1 week, because 1 week is how your timetables look. You see, like your school timetables, your varsity timetables, all those things just are made in a 1 week format. But you can also change it to a 1 month calendar. You can change it to a 1 day calendar. But I'm going to be using the 1 week calendar for this. And then the 1 week calendar, it'll be a blank slate. And then let's say you wake up around 5. So just scroll down to around the spot where you wake up. So let's say you wake up around 5. And then, so what I'm going to do is that, for me personally, what I do to make sure that I do all my modules, like spend enough time on all my modules, is that I check my school timetable, and then I fill in my school timetable onto Google Calendars. And then after filling my school timetable onto Google Calendars, I then add hours to it depending on how many credits the module is, you see. So for like 16 credit modules, I just have to spend about 14 hours a week, because they have more content, they need more time, they're more demanding. And then for 8 credit modules, I spend about 10 to 12 hours a week. And not because they're easier or anything, but just because you have less lectures, so you're not falling behind as quickly as you would for the 16 credit modules. But and I only have 16 and 8 credits, that's why I'm using those numbers. But for you, depending on how your modules work and how much time the department recommends for you to do for each of those modules, you'll see how you can do those. But so you open your Google Calendar, and then I'm just going to show you guys how to do like 1 or 2 modules perfectly, and 1 or 2 notes or inputs. I don't even know what to call them. Yeah, 1 or 2 inputs perfectly, and then yeah, you guys will be able to do the rest. And I'll just show you my final timetable and explain it a bit to you. Okay, so let's say on a Monday you have a module at 8:30. At 8:30 on a Monday you have this. Let's say you have SHC 311 at 8:30 on a Monday. So you just type in SHC 311. So you saw what I did there. I just clicked on the space at 7:30, and then after clicking on the space, it opened up this little block here where you can now put in the title of the thing and everything. So first you just type in your title, SHC 311. I save everything as an event because the task automatically goes to 30 minutes, and then a reminder is just a reminder, also just sets itself as a little 30-minute thing. But yeah, I set everything as an event, and then you see here it shows you what day is your event. I put it on a Sunday, which is an accident, so let me just change that to Monday the 10th. You see, Monday the 10th of May, and then the time 7:30 till 8:30. What I normally do is that I make everything in 1 hour intervals so that I take 10-minute breaks after everyone. So from 7:30 till like 8:20 I'll do this one, and then the next half of the lecture I'll do it, because the lectures are only 15 minutes, they're not actually an hour. But yeah, if you want to do for your doubles that you put it for a double, you can just change it here where you make it go to 9:30, so it's a 2-hour thing. But it's nice to put the break so you also get reminders if you did take a break that boom, it's time for the next one. You can set it as an all-day event, which it's not, because you're not going to be having this module for the whole day. And then yeah, this part is very important, does not repeat. So for these, because it's a weekly timetable, what I do is that I say custom. You see, you could say weekly, but then weekly is endless, and then daily means that you're going to have it at 7:30 every day, but that's not always the case. It's never the case actually. So yeah, you go for custom, and then you say it'll repeat every 1 day of the week. You see, every 1 day of the week on a Monday, and then when does it end? You see, so let's assume that our semester is going to end in June sometime. Let's see, not August, definitely not August. But yeah, let's make our semester end in June the 21st. So it's going to go until June the 21st. And then you could do that, or there's another option where you could say it ends after a certain number of occurrences. But yeah, we'll just go for it ending in June. The 21st of June is our last day of the semester, so it's the last day we're going to have this lecture. And then you just say done there. And then you don't add any guests because it's not like a Google meeting kind of thing. And then you scroll down, location. You don't have to add a location, but you actually can if you want to. So like the location thing is what I use to differentiate between whether the module is something that's prescribed, like it's prescribed hours, so it's like the actual lecture hour, or whether it's me adding an extra hour to cover the time for the credits. Yeah, so I would add a location if it's a module on the timetable, but then if it's not on the timetable, then I don't add a location. I just leave it blank, so that way I know that okay, this I have to go onto Zoom for it, this I don't. Yeah, and then let's see, description. You can add descriptions and attachments, but that's unnecessary. Then you click here on your name. You just click here on your name, and then you give it a color. So I'll make this one dark blue. What does it say? Does it say you're free or you're busy? You're probably busy because you're in class. Default visibility, it's public or private. I just leave it to private, which is the default. And then when do you want to get notified? So I changed all my notifications, not 30 minutes before, because 30 minutes before this lecture I'll probably be showering or at the gym or something. But then 30 minutes before a lecture it'll probably be another lecture or something. So best do it 10 minutes before. That way, as soon as the one lecture ends, because our lectures are 50 minutes like I said, as soon as the one lecture ends, you have time you get the notification for this lecture. So now your break starts with this little notification waiting for you saying that you have this lecture coming up. You see, so you have your 10 minutes before, and then you just say save. Yeah, and then once you've saved that, you can see that now every week I go, it'll be there at 7:30, you see. But yeah, so that's the one module, and then you can now add your next module, and then you'll follow the same process where you just give it a name. You give it a name, you save it as an event, the time is given, the day is given, location, is it a module or is it your own thing? You say it's a module. You click down here on your name, you click on this little color dot, you give it a color, and then default visibility, all of that isn't important, but change your thing to 10 minutes. And then also, does it repeat? Does it repeat? You just click here on does not repeat, and then say custom, and then you say every week on a Monday until when? Until, again, the same date, June 21st. June 21st, done. Save, and then you can see that it's gone everywhere. It's gone everywhere. Yeah, so that's the basic thing you need to know about how to make the schedule. Now let me just go to my schedule so you can see my schedule, and then I'll explain my schedule to you, and you'll be able to see how that schedule works and what the thinking behind that schedule was in the first place. So here is my schedule. Damn! Yeah, I know it looks a little bit busy, but that's just because I don't know. I actually don't know why it looks so busy. But yeah, it looks a little bit it looks a little bit busy, but that's just because I have a lot of modules. Because if you see that a lot of them do have venues, so it's just because I have a lot of modules. So on a Monday, so what I did is that I put my normal timetable, so you can see I have SIB, SIE double, SHC, and then SBZ for the whole day until 3:30. And then I have this Queens thing, which is that entrepreneurship program I was talking about. And then in the night, you see this one that doesn't have a venue. I do SHC again because it's one of my big modules, my 16 credit modules, so it needs a lot of time. It's a bit challenging, it is what it is. And then in the mornings at 5:30s, I have gym. On Fridays, I have a class rep meeting. And then you see everything is just perfectly color coded. So these class rep meetings, the default color on Google Calendar is this blue color. For me, I don't know if it'll be the same for you, but for me, it's this blue color. So whenever I get things like on Google, on Gmail, and then I accept meetings on Gmail, they just come in this little blue color. And then so then you can see that I have all my modules. My days are very busy, but then I do have gaps. And then on a Wednesday, I record videos at lunchtime. And then I have almost like very big gaps. As soon as my school day ends, I always have these nice big 3-hour gaps after school, just to rest, just to chill, just to go buy anything if I need anything at the stores. And then on weekends, I also give my mornings a lot of time to just chill, because maybe I slept late the night before, and then I just want to relax during the day, relax in the morning, get a nice breakfast or something like that. But yeah, so that's the whole idea behind my schedule. And yeah, it does look overwhelming, but this is genuinely out of my control. This isn't the extra stuff. This is the real school stuff that I can't lose. And then these extra ones in the evenings are my extra work that I'm doing for the module, which is very necessary because the lecture isn't always enough. But with online, I guess it's much better that during the lecture you get to do much more than you could have when you're at home. And then another really cool thing about Google Calendar is that I managed to sync it with the UP main dates calendar. So because it syncs with that, at the top it says it's semester 1, it says that it's May recess, and you're like the quarter, it says what quarter you're in, it says when lectures commence, it says when the timetable switched and everything. So it connects it to the main calendar of UP, which is very helpful. So I get to know when things are changing around and all those kind of things. And then and what do you need on your schedule? You need your lectures, you need your extra study time, you need other activities that you feel like you have to do. That's why I have this Queens thing and this recording a YouTube video. And you also need to leave gaps for cooking. I used to have cooking written, but then the cooking shuffles, like the cooking and eating shuffles between these empty gaps here. So leave gaps for cooking, and then also exercise and things like that you really need to put in your schedule. And then once you have all that, I think you'll be great. You'll be good. And then just notice that you do have time. So if your friend says, let's go out for coffee, you have space to go out for coffee. Or if they say, let's go for a movie, you have space to go for movies. And like, look at my Friday. After school at 2:30 on a Friday, I just do this course here. And then I have the whole evening just to chill, go out, do whatever a student would want to do on a Friday. So yeah, guys, that's how I make my schedule. So thank you guys for watching the video. I really hope that the video was helpful, and I'll see you guys again next week. Again, comment down below if there's anything that you'd like me to make a video about, and just leave a like, share it to your friends if you feel like they might also need help with the scheduling thing. And then I'll see you guys again next week. Peace.